It's been a long time in coming, but it's finally time to see if the back and the front and the rib structure of the bag violin that was in absolute pieces is going to fit at all. I've had no moulds, no templates, nothing to give me any reference points of where things should be glued back. So it's going to be a miracle if it fits together first time. So my plan now is to use my closing clamps and just have a go at closing it up and seeing if I can just make everything fit back together. It was never brilliantly made in the first place. The overhang of the back to the ribs and the front to the ribs has always been a little bit wibbly wobbly all the way around. It could potentially be a lot more wobbly now, but I'm going to have a go at clamping it together and see what it looks like and see if everything's gone back in the right place. And I won't know till I do it, so I better get on with it. I'm going to start at the top where the button is. This is where I'm going to have to refit the neck. So I need to make sure that I've got enough room to do that and I don't have to cut too much original rib wood away. So it doesn't fit properly, but I expected that. If I just put a couple of clamps on and then work round, we'll see what happens. Okay, well, I can see that a lot of it does fit vaguely, which is all I could really hope for. But the bottom rib here, I think that must have been the one that I glued back when nothing was attached, really doesn't fit very well. So I think what I'm going to have to do is loosen that from the front and then just try and fertile it a bit so that it looks a bit better than it does at the moment. So I'll go away and do that and see if I can make it look any better. I'm using my opening knife just to split this glue bond here on the front of the rib. And that has come off pretty easily. I'm just going to loosen the corner. And I might just be able to get the flexibility in the rib structure that I need to be able to fit it back in with the bag. I can see where the rib has bulged here. So I think what I'm going to have to do is just try and push it back into shape. It must have just warped with the damp and the moisture. So this is going to take a little bit more doing, but I shall come back when all the clamps are on and I'm happy, and then we can glue it together. I've managed to make everything fit as well as it's going to. I've left it clamped up for a couple of days and I've come back to it and I don't think I can improve on what I've got. So the only thing left to do now is to glue it together. Well, that's not the easiest gluing job I've ever done. Bag violin is back together again.